Hello everybody, welcome to my first vlog. My name is Jamie and today we are going to be working on making a Christmas present for one of my friends. We are going to be making her future dog. She doesn't have one yet, but know what she wants. So we're going to make her future dog a collar. This box right here is what we're working with for thread, and I have to find a bunch of colors. I assume it's going to be primarily this box, and this box that I need. So this is the pattern I want to make, and for those of you who are not familiar with Bracelet Book but you like to make friendship bracelets, I highly recommend Bracelet Book. It's just a website where there are literal thousands of patterns. Yeah, so we are going to find these colors in our boxes. Alright, so now that we have our colors and our pattern, I went ahead and grabbed this because the table itself is actually something that my boyfriend's mom refinished for us, and I would absolutely hate to ruin it by putting any sort of sticky like tape or what have you onto it and leaving it there for too long. How I decide how long to cut my threads for alpha patterns is I actually go from my hand where I'm holding it and pull it about to my elbow. If you want to be extra sure, you can go to like your forearm, but I don't even need this to be long enough to tie around somebody's wrist. I'm gonna end up sewing it onto some biothane, so that part of it's just kind of completely unnecessary, and it really just needs to be long enough to hold to work the bracelet. If anybody is wondering what thread I use, I prefer DMC's embroidery floss. And if I'm buying new because I need a specific color, I use DMC, but my preferred method of purchasing is actually where I'm at. My city has a thrift store for craft supplies. So there's all kinds of different things I can get in there. I get probably 90% of my yarn from there. I got like massive Karen anniversary cakes from there. The reason I prefer to do that, yes, it's more economical for me to do that. Since it is secondhand, it's a lot cheaper. But the primary reason I choose to do it is actually from a sustainability standpoint, which I can go more into depth in a later video. So I'm actually going to time how long it takes for me to make this because in general, I don't usually do that, but I would like to start selling these. However, they're a lot more resource intensive as well as time consuming to make versus a lot of the other fun things that I like to make. So these are a product where they would be priced quite a bit higher. So I just want to be aware of how much time and energy I'm actually putting into them, because the biothane is probably the most expensive material I have. And on top of that, for anyone who's made friendship bracelets, you know, like these kinds of projects, even though they're small, take a very long time. It probably takes me upwards of 8 hours just to make one bracelet. But we're going to find out exactly how long it takes. Guys, it's snowing. I love it. I wish it would stay, but it's gonna get up to 34 degrees today, so it won't stay. This is why I have a hard time getting anything done. Look at her. She's just curled up in a little donut on my pillow. She's so cute. And he's a turd. Yeah, are you big baby? Okay, so it's the next day. I worked on the bracelet portion of the collar for about an hour last night, and I got to... I forgot what row I got to. I'll show you in a second. But I also am working on a temperature blanket for the year, and some yarn I needed just came in, so I'm gonna go ahead and open that. The yarn I've been using for the temperature blanket is the Cascade Sport Wool, which is a 3-weight. Maybe it might be a 2-weight actually, somewhere in there. But I ran out of a color, and I've actually had to switch supplier too because I forget what company I was ordering, but now I order off of Webs. But I got a bunch of these. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 6 in total. There are the other ones. So that is all that I got package wise. Last night I finished row 19 out of 80, plus I cut the threads and I started the bracelet because I like to do a tapered start. It's just my preferred way of starting them, and it does help with the collars because it gives me something to screw into at the end. So right now it is 2:40, so I'm going to try to work on this for about another hour, and I worked on it for an hour last night. And in the meantime, while I'm working on this, I probably will be watching Pokemon. Okay, so I worked on it for about an hour, and this is where we're at. We're almost halfway done, but I'm gonna take a break in this again. So I did an hour, so this is the 2-hour mark, including the hour from yesterday. I might do a little bit of crocheting because I have a bunch of velvet yarn that I've been making scrunchies with. I went ahead and made 3 scrunchies. I still need to weave in the tails because I left the tails on all of them. But I'm going to let my dogs out, and then I'm gonna go get my boyfriend so we can go to dinner, and then we're going ice skating this evening as well. Guys, it's snowing again. It's so exciting. This is what I'm talking about though. It's so annoying. It snowed yesterday, so why can't it just stay?
Jokan, what is it? Wow, there he goes!
Alright, so it's the next day again, of course. So started Tuesday, it's Thursday. And I just finished another hour of work on this. This is where I'm at on it. I'm almost done with the beaver. I only have one more row, and then like the outline will be finished. This is row 42 I just finished. Row 43 is next, so I'm over halfway done, but I'm 3 hours into this. I'm gonna take a break right now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my temperature blanket out because I want to cake some of the yarn that I just got for it and work on it for about an hour, and then I'll come back to the bracelet. Alright guys, so I just finished caking my 2 skeins. I've got 4 more if you guys remember from earlier. But I'm going to tie on one of these and continue working on my temperature blanket. I'm currently in July, so I think I'm about halfway through July. I'm just gonna work on this, and I'm gonna do some reading. I bought this book stand off of Amazon, and it's been great because it's got like these little arms here to hold the pages and everything. And I'm currently reading The World's Strongest Rearguard. It's just a book my boyfriend already had, so I was like, you know what? Before you decide you want to get rid of it, I'm gonna read it first. So. Everybody, that is where we're going to end today's vlog. I did not get quite as much work done on the bracelet as I wanted to, but that's okay because we will continue working on it throughout the weekend, and then you guys will be able to see the finished thing next week. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you next week. Bye!